Hi, third grade. This week we're going to start into our bonus unit, week 1. Bonus unit is going to be 2 weeks, and that will occur before we begin unit 7. So here is the family letter that goes with the bonus week. It says, Dear Family, Foundations Level 3 bonus unit introduces the following prefixes: con, dis, un, en, em, ex, in, ill, ear, miss, non, sub, trans, de, e, pre, pro, and re. These prefixes make up 97% of prefixed words in English. A prefix is a word part that is placed before a base word or a root to provide meaning. For example, the word unkind. Un is the prefix added to kind. The prefix un means not, so therefore the word unkind means not kind. Students will categorize these prefixes as either closed syllable prefixes or open syllable prefixes. Remember, for closed syllable prefixes, these prefixes form a closed syllable, making the vowel sound in the prefix short, like on, dis, un, N, M. Remember, the vowel is followed or closed in by a consonant, one or more consonants, making the vowel short. But open syllable prefixes form an open syllable, making the vowel sound long, like D, E, pre, pro, and re. Notice the vowel is not closed in by a consonant in the prefix word part. I will also teach the students about common roots in words. A root is a basic element of a word, and it is the foundation on which the meaning of a word is built. We will work with the following common roots in English: dict, duct, fect, fract, ject, junct, lect, min, scrib, cyst, spec, struct, and tract. For example, the word predict, the root is dict, and the root dict means speak. Therefore, the word predict means to say or speak before. In week 1, students will learn how to read and spell words that have prefixes. These words will have prefixes added to base words or words that can stand alone. Students will learn the meanings of common prefixes. For example, nonstop, the prefix is non, and the base word, which can stand alone as a word, is stop. But in week 2, students will learn how to read and spell words with prefixes and roots. Students will learn the meanings of common roots and will help them identify the possible meanings of many other words, like the word construct. You have the prefix con, but this time you have the root, the Latin root, struct. Okay, thank you for your support at home. And let's take a look at page 1 that says, do the find the prefix activity. Read the following sentences with your child. Have your child find all the words with prefixes listed in the box below and circle them. So we're just circling the words with the prefixes here. Okay, so let's repeat those. Un, miss, re, dis, sub, and non. Okay, let me get my pen ready to find those words with prefixes. Number 1, Kathy unlocked the door to her home. I spy 1. Correct. It's unlocked. So we're going to just circle the whole word, and you know that un is the prefix. Number 2, I will not misbehave in class. Did you spy the one word with the prefix? Yep, misbehave has a prefix, M-I-S. Number 3, let's replay that funny video. Re is a prefix on replay. Number 4, I dislike going to the mall on Saturdays. Which one? dislike. Number 5, my mother takes the subway to visit her friend. Sub, right, is a prefix, so subway is a word with a prefix. Number 6, is there a nonstop flight to Alaska? Notice they all go in order. Un, miss, re, dis, sub, and yes, we have a non-stop. Excellent. Okay, let's go on with number 7. Sheldon had to repack his bag for the long trip. Re is a prefix, right? Repack. Number 8, be careful when you unplug the lamp. Now, full we know is a suffix, but for this activity, we're only looking for the prefix. Un here is a prefix. Excellent. Number 9, I hope I did not misunderstand the homework. Miss is a prefix. Misunderstand. Excellent. And number 10, this subfloor is made of concrete. Subfloor. Excellent. Okay, now let's look at the second page. It says, complete the sentence activity. This time you have prefixes, but they give you the meaning of those common prefixes. So re means to do something again. Dis means not or the opposite of, and so does un. Notice dis and un have the same meanings as prefixes. In and im are both prefixes that mean not, kind of like dis and un, right? Pre means before, and miss means wrongly or bad. Okay, so it says select a prefix from the list above to add to each underlined word below. And then read the sentence to check your work. All right, so number 1 says, we should blank use that plastic bottle instead of throwing it away. I think they want you to use it again. So which prefix would that be? Correct. Re. R-E. Perfect. Number 2, James forgot to blank plug the broken desk lamp. Well, if it's broken, you do not want it plugged in. So is it displug, unplug, inplug, or implug? You should know we use the prefix un if you unplug something. Un. Excellent. Number 3, please blank zip your backpack so we can find your math homework. Well, you want to take the zipper off. You want to undo opposite of zip it. So is it unzip or diszip? This is another one that's un. Correct. UN. Number 4, Timothy will wipe and blank infect the counter after making our lunch. He doesn't want to infect the counter. He wants to do the opposite. Is it disinfect or uninfect? Yeah, we use Clorox wipes to disinfect. Very good. D-I-S. Number 5, be careful not to blank spell any words on your paper. It means to spell things wrong. Which one means wrongly? Look up above. Yeah, misspell. And this is just M-I-S for the prefix. Good job. Number 6, my brother Winston is attending blank school this year. Before you go to actual school, you need to go to preschool, right before school. Excellent. P-R-E. Okay, number 7. This new metal cabinet is blank destructible. It means it cannot be destructed or broken. So is it destructible, undestructible, indestructible, or indestructible? Do we know? It's actually Indestructible. I-N. Indestructible. Okay. Number 8. I need to blank write this letter before I send it to my friend. If you need to write it again, maybe make it neater, you need to rewrite it. Write R-E. Number 9. Janet tripped on the blank even rug in her bedroom. If it's not even, it's kind of bunched up, it's uneven. U-N. Excellent. Number 10. I blank trust people who do not tell the truth. Okay, this means that you do not trust people. So this one I've heard of having 2 different prefixes, honestly. I've heard of mistrust. You could mistrust somebody or you could distrust. But I'm going to put for this one dis. If you put mistrust, I would not mark it wrong. But I distrust people who do not tell the truth. Okay, moving on to the next page that asks you to pick the right word. It says, read the sentence, select the correct word from the box to complete the sentence. Write the word on the line and then reread the completed sentence and scoop into phrases. Use each word in the box only once. So let's take a look at these words in the box. We have enclose, encode, disrespect, rewind, discredit, discontent, engrave, and inconsistent. Okay, so let's take a look at number 1. Did you blank the note in the packet? That means, did you put it in? So enclose means you closed it in the packet. I think that one is a good one. So did you enclose the note in the packet? Make sure you copy that word correctly and cross it off your list. And as far as scooping goes, I would just do, did you enclose the note in the packet? You could do 3 scoops, but remember there's more than one correct way. Number 2, that gossip could blank the candidate. Well, we know it's not enclose. If someone spreads rumors about you that make you look bad, that's called discrediting you. Okay, if it ruins your reputation is discredited. So that gossip could discredit the candidate. Okay, scoop it. That gossip could discredit the candidate. So now we've used enclose and discredit. Let's jump to number 3. I will blank my fine old clock. Well, old clocks, you might not know this, but I'm wondering if it's rewind, because you can wind clocks that are old. I might have to come back to this. Let's see. I will rewind my fine old clock. I think that's the one I'm leaning towards. You could also engrave a clock, I guess, but we might have another sentence for engrave. Let's keep working. Number 4. She will blank her name on the first place cup. She will, to show that it's hers, it's like a trophy. She will engrave her name. That's what I'm thinking. Engrave. She will engrave her name on the first place cup. Number 5. Blank answers are not helpful. I think inconsistent. So if I give you one answer, like we might be on this page after we get to the end of it, inconsistent answers are not helpful. Inconsistent answers are not helpful. That's how I would scoop that, meaning you get a different answer every time you ask the question. That's not helpful. Okay. Number 6, please do not blank the class rules. Well, we've used enclosed, we've used discredit, we've used engrave and rewind and inconsistent. So we have these 3 left, maybe. Oh, if you don't follow them, that means you are disrespecting the rules. So I believe number 6 is disrespect. Please do not disrespect the class rules. That's how I would scoop that sentence. Number 7, I see your blank about the test on your face. I see your, if you're not happy with it, like I say, please don't wake the baby. Please don't mess with the baby. She's being very content. That means she's being pleasant or happy. But if you're not happy with the test, that means you are discontent. So I believe number 7, I see you are, and look, that's really an error. I see your discontent about the test on your face. Never mind. It's fine. I see your discontent about the test on your face, meaning you're not happy. You have an unhappy look on your face. All right, let's see if we could scoop that one. I see your discontent about the test on your face. That's good. And number 8, it says, can you blank these words? The only other word we have left is the word encode up here. And that actually works. Encode can go down here. Can you encode these words? Okay. And that just encode is a fancy way to say that you can write them. Like if I say them, can you encode what I'm saying? Can you encode these words? You can write them down. Okay, and the last page that you have is asking you to be a prefix detective. So we'll do one row at a time. It says, first though, be a detective and find words that contain a prefix. So you're not going to mark up the words if they don't have a prefix at the beginning. Remember, prefixes go at the beginning. All right, so let's see. Enclose. N is a prefix. Okay, but if you go over here, is the word like, is this a prefix? It is not. So we're actually going to take our pencil and just put an X there because that is not a prefix. We do not need to mark that up. Okay. However, is re a prefix? Yeah, it's actually an open syllable because that's a long vowel. So it's an open syllable prefix. Reset. We know that set is short vowel and that is closed. Okay. Okay, let's go on to the second row here. Disinfect. Well, let's look at our syllables. Dis is a prefix. In is also a prefix. Fect. Okay, so dis, that's a closed syllable prefix. In, closed syllable. And fect. This is what we're going to get to more next week with it's one of our Latin roots. But for now, we just need to know that dis is the big prefix there. Okay, the word smelled. We have a suffix, but that is not a prefix. We're not marking that. Here's one. Un means not. Unsafe. Very good. Un is a closed syllable prefix. Safe has a vowel, long vowel, a consonant, silent E. That is a vowel-E syllable type. Okay, go on down here. Enlist. If you enlist in the army. N is a prefix that is a closed syllable, short vowel. And list is a closed syllable with that short vowel there. Oh boy. Okay, here we have non. Non is a prefix. stop, non-stop, closed syllable, closed syllable. Okay, the word problem is not, there is no syllable, or I'm sorry, there is no prefix there. Okay, so we can X that one out. Okay. Just to clarify, if you marked that this PRO is a prefix, I wouldn't mark it wrong. I was doing some research and it does say, I just didn't think it was a prefix because when we say this word, we don't say problem. We say problem, and I know PROB is not a prefix, but there are some, some things that I have found when I research this, and they are saying that it comes from that Greek prefix pro. So if you mark that, it will not be marked wrong. Okay, and let's finish up with the last two rows. We have random. That is not a prefix. This one, though, is subdivide. Subdivide. Okay, so we have sub is a closed syllable prefix. Div is closed syllable, and ide is a long vowel consonant silent E. So that's a V-E syllable there. Okay. Non is a prefix. Non-profit. Non-profit. Non is a closed syllable prefix. Prof, closed syllable, and it, closed syllable. Non-profit. Okay, last row. We have, here's one now that's definitely a prefix. Pro, act, proactive. If you're being proactive about something, you're doing something before it happens. Pro is an open syllable prefix because it has that long vowel. Act is short, it's a closed syllable. And remember, iv is that vowel. It's iv, short vowel, and that E is only there because a word can't end with a V. So this is a vowel consonant E exception here. Very good. Okay, we have index. Okay, in is a prefix, so you could mark it like that. In is a closed syllable prefix because it's short, and dex is a closed syllable with that short E. And finally, dis is definitely a prefix. Cred with that short E. These are both closed. And it, discredit. Remember, his reputation was discredit. You can discredit someone's reputation. Okay, so closed, and closed there. Awesome work this week, third grade. See you next week.